A down week. So this is what the weather looks like outside this whole week. It's been this way since the weekend. And hopefully this weekend it won't be like this. This has been kind of a how they say in sports, a bye week in football. Last week was really busy with errands and stuff. I had days off, but I used them all for more or less taking care of kids. And next week is Holy Week, and it's going to be pretty busy too with the live streaming and stuff and work and everything. So this week's kind of down. We might try and do something this weekend, but that's sort of dependent upon the behavior of the children, which is always kind of iffy these days. So anyway, I'm going in. It's my nighttime. Time for my nap.
What can we get started for you?
I'd like a large Americano with a little bit of honey and cream in it.
And some what?
Cream.
Okay, sure. Alrighty, there you go.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too. Coffee. Hey, the weather is nice enough. Taking these for a walk here in downtown North Kansas City. I need to start making an effort to do this more often. Sitting around too much, eating bad food all the time, it's not good for you. So yeah, let's do this. Yep, this is my errand. Oop. Training pants for the youngest. I don't want to talk about it. Hey, guess what the weather is doing right now? Yep, that's right. Still really crummy. And I'm playing with the Insta camera. I thought I would give it a try. This screen flippy thing is ridiculous, but don't really need it to know where I'm at in the shot. Today's journey, we're going to southeast Kansas to a little section of Route 66 and meet some interesting characters there. Today we take a day trip to Route 66 in southeast Kansas and southwest Missouri. We were hoping to see some of the characters along the route, but unfortunately, because of the beerfluenza epidemic, things have been closed around here of late. Hopefully it will start opening up here pretty soon. We made the best of our day and we explored around and had a little picnic and actually had a lot of fun. It's Building and Photo Ops, brought to you by the Kansas Historic Route 66 Association. Zach, you want to walk on the yellow brick road? Ghost bike. Because somebody lost their life here. It's too bad.
I'm a flower.
Looks like we're having a picnic. Picnic. I'm supposed to be spending this time with the fam, but I talked to the guy with the 5-0 Highway Patrol Mustang, and it's original, and I recognized it. It's like memory lane, and so I was telling him about some of the sights you see here in Galena. Unfortunately, everything is closed because of the beerfluenza epidemic. Still, I suspect they'll be opening up this season, maybe a little late, but right here is what everybody calls the murder bordello. And I don't know if there's any signs around here that says why it's called the murder bordello. There's an interesting story that goes with this place, and they've just restored it recently. And supposedly at one time it was actually an operating bordello. And there is a ghost story tied to this place. And the story is that there was a woman who worked here who was murdering her clients, and there was a famous trial. She was murdering them for their money, that she could take their money out of their wallets and dispose of their bodies. So yeah, look it up. And we've come here to visit cars on the route, and we're still getting a visit, but it's not open. And obviously it's not open because it hasn't opened because of the situation. And this and Melba Rig are the inspiration for this, which everybody knows from the movie Cars. But this right here is what they call it, Totator, is the original. So I've been given dog walking duty and get the car assignment, because none of us have gone to the bathroom, and there's no bathrooms here right now with everything closed. So we are gonna go in search of a bathroom and then go up the road a little bit maybe and see what else.
This is a 1992 Kansas Highway Patrol Mustang SSSP. SSP means Special Service Package. Board created it in the mid-80s for police officers to have for speed chases. Cars are getting faster, so that's what. This is one of 7. Came out of Kansas City, Kansas Metro. I found it on Craigslist. It was in Wellington, Kansas, just south of Wichita. Another former trooper had owned it. He was going to restore it, but had too many projects going on, and it basically just sat in his garage barn for the last 13 years or so. When we purchased it, it was just an all blue car. The grays were no longer on there. The clear coat was peeling off. It just basically looked like your normal day car that would drive down the road. When Kansas sold them to the public, they painted all the gray, the top and the trunk, before they could sell it. Just a nice day here in Kansas. Thought I'd get out and go take some pictures and see some historic sites. Yeah, that tag up front is the actual plate that was on it. Really? I was able to get in touch with the trooper that actually drove this car. He was kind enough to sit us out the plates and put them back on there. He also signed the dash and inside the trunk.
This is a stretch your legs, get a picture kind of stop here in Missouri on Route 66. Here in Spencer, Missouri. The family has already left me behind. They're way down there at the bridge. Here's what the route looks like here in this part of Missouri. Pretty similar to the way it used to look all over the country, that concrete 2-lane highway. Pretty neat, pretty neat. I think this is the 4th car we've had at this place. And, excuse me, somebody forgot to shut the door for our photo op. The new modern minivan doesn't quite match the motif of 30s and 40s Missouri Route 66. This is a neat place. All right, I got to go, being called to take a picture. So, I guess I better go join them. They're about to get themselves run over. And I got the one camera here that probably works better for family shots. Wandering around Route 66, and the kids are going crazy. I don't know if we should be getting them ice cream later on tonight. They've been eating a lot of sugar in the car. Excuse me. So let's see what's what. Apparently there's a car. A car! Wow, that water is actually pretty clear. I'm not used to clear water here in Missouri. Ooh, release the juvenile delinquent children to throw rocks off the bridge. Oh Lord. At least they're having fun. Let's get, I don't know about this. I don't know about this. And there's our car over there at Spencer. I would be amiss if I didn't myself walk across this bridge. Don't hit your brother with that rock, please. While there's still a river here, I think these kids are going to silt it up. Ugh. I heard somebody say car. Yep, so I've walked across the Spencer Bridge. And now it's time to walk back again. You gotta enjoy things like this because you never know. It may not be here tomorrow. And there's the bridge. Now, the road is not that busy, but it's busy enough, so I better not lollygag here. And, of course, there's the juvenile delinquent children throwing all the riprap into the river, so the engineers have to come out again and fix it. Okay, kiddos. Let's go get our picture. Come on. Picture, picture. Picture, picture. Yeah, we wonder what's inside. Oh, there's actually, looks like a cafe inside. Oh, you can see my reflection and the car's reflection. There you go. All right, there's the call to going. We're going. All right, so we're out of here. Out of here. Got to do this some other day. When we saw this place in the rearview mirror with that sunset, we had to come back and take a picture and video. So maybe this will end our Route 66 trip for now. Just cannot pass this up. Unbelievable. This is so beautiful.
Praise you as in joyful celebration we acclaim.
Sanctus, Sanctus, Sanctus Dominus Deus Sabaoth, plenis in celia terra, gloria tua, hosanna in excelsis, benedictus qui venit in nomine Domini, hosanna in excelsis.
This is the place I normally stream at, but I decided to use the Zhiyun crane. But unfortunately, it didn't stream to YouTube, and I think I know why. It's because we don't have 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So apparently, I didn't know this Pinnacle is looked at as a mobile device, and if you don't have 1,000 subscribers, they don't let you stream from a mobile device. So I guess I should have tried to stream from the other app, which does work. I can't think of it right at this second. So anyway, live and learn. I'll try and experiment if I'm going to try this again. I don't think I'm going to try this again unless I really have to. All right, it is time for my walk and talk because it is fun to walk and talk through church because this is such a beautiful space. And the Latin Mass, or the Latin singing during the Mass, I think is a great touch during this season. But anyway, it's too bad it didn't work, but be philosophical about it. I always learn something. And give me a chance to play with this gimbal I haven't used in a long time, because it seems to be the only one that works with this phone with the case. And I'm not going to take my phone out of the case. Ooh, I wonder if this door works. Oh, it does. Ooh. Right now I'm going to get loud now that I'm out of church. I can take my mask off too because there's nobody around. I am not going to take this phone out of its case just because the case makes it too bulky and heavy and not able to balance with gimbals. I think if I feel up to it, there might be another gimbal in my future, also built by this same company, and it's a lighter gimbal, but it's heavy duty enough to work with this phone, and also work with my Osmo Action, and I believe it'll work if it's not all mounted in all the frame and stuff that I have it in now with my Sony Alpha camera. So yeah, and this is a beautiful day, and I got a lot of editing to do that I didn't get to from yesterday because we were so busy having fun on Route 66. So I guess what I'm gonna do, I think you guessed it, I think you know. No, I'm not gonna be leaving these dogs in the car. I'm not that cruel. They will, I'll come back and get them. I gotta get my coffee first. Oh, did I just say the C word? Yes, you know, it's coffee time. Coffee time. I'm gonna lock that because I'm coming back. Coffee time. Yes, they are open, aren't they? Whew. Hey, hey. Coffee. And a nice afternoon. It may seem like I may be a little bit selfish at times doing this kind of thing, indulging myself, always going out for coffee or whatever. After all, the missus is with the kids and she's doing the grocery shopping and everything, but hold on, we got people coming. How's it going? Pretty good. Now I can talk. I'm still shy. Here's my justification for doing this. Hold on, let me pull the camera closer because this is a little ridiculous. The dynamic range is good, but it's not that good. Yeah, I proved my point. I got a wireless mic. I'm a video ninja. I can get a wide shot of myself. Do some camera chicanery. Anyway, so I was thinking about, you know, my selfish dedication to my craft or to my own time. That truck almost ran over that car. Wow. This is my therapy. When I edit, I'm so used to like going out and sitting in a public place and getting into my little world and editing. It's my comfort zone, and it's also kind of my way of getting away from stresses and you know, getting myself organized and everything. So in many ways it's my therapy, and these days I kind of really need it. We all need it. There's a lot of stuff going on a lot of things that are interconnected with what's going on in the world and with what's going on. I mean, for instance, there's 3 kids at, I'm going to call them my son's school, who need a lot of help in the classroom. And every classroom has these kids these days. And they don't necessarily have all the programs that the kids really need to get all the attention they want. And so we know that 90% of the teacher's attention is focused on these 3 kids. And then you add in my son, he's one of them, and he's very perceptive and he's very needy and he needs attention too. So thus, he acts out. And he's young, so he doesn't know that these other 3 kids that he's kind of acting out to get attention, because after all, if they get attention that way, then why can't he? That's a very negative thing, and he's hurting himself. And as much as we're trying to tell him and berate him and punish him and teach him and everything else, it's a hard lesson to learn, because he's also falling on old habits, because his other 2 siblings act out too because of their issues, and he follows them as well. So that's the stress. And yesterday's trip was a relief from the stress, but I'm going to spend a little time here working on this, trying to get organized, trying to get my head together. And then I'm going to, stress of all stress, we don't even have enough time to dedicate to. We are split so many ways, and it's very stressful. My wife is stressed out. I need to go to her real soon. But we need to go see a friend who's in the hospital now, because his life is not very happy. And he's stressed, and it's affecting his health. So all you got to do is tell yourself things will get better, and they will eventually. Things happen in their time, and we'll often leave. So yeah, we're gonna deal with it. I have got so much stuff to edit now. I don't know if I'll ever be able to get to this, but so our friend Ken is in the hospital, and I think it's serious. So I'm waiting on information from the missus to go in there. I guess I can go in there, but in the meantime, I'm hunting for something to eat, and I think I know where I want to go. I don't want to do like fast food, or I want to do something that's kind of local and support a local business. So I guess I'm going to go up to Grinders. Don't pull out in front of me. I hate this intersection. There's the homeless camp. It's growing. It's going to take up this whole park. It's a shame there's so many people who are houseless and destitute. It's hard to come to grips with this without falling out on your own internal biases and judgment. The one thing I will say, though, I've been to countries, I'll say it, I've been to the Philippines, and I don't know what the answer is, but I will say that when homeless people, houseless people take over public spaces, it's hard to go back from that. And then the next thing you know, all the spaces, all the sidewalks are occupied with people that are basically, living on the streets. And you people will look down your nose their noses at you for saying that. Oh, that's not correct way of thinking. I know. The correct way is that we need to deal with the problem, and the way to deal with the problem is find housing, and the way to find housing is there are a lot of empty abandoned buildings around, and there are a lot of people that say they have good hearts and good intentions. We need to match the two things together. And the tiny house situation is kind of a good idea too. But now here's where I sound judgy again, I guess. Part of the problem with a lot of houseless people is the reasons for their houselessness and their destitution, and that is drug abuse, alcohol abuse, and then there is the biggie, mental illness, and that's always the biggest one, I think. So the mental illness is a matter of national will to invest the amount of money to try and take care of people. We as a nation are judged by how we as a civilization are judged by how we treat the powerless, the elder, the young people, and it's not a good reflection on us as a civilization when we turn our backs on people, and we do. I'm as guilty, So, houselessness, yeah. But it's not the answer of putting people up in parks either. That's just I hope it's a temporary thing, because what will happen is if it goes on, you won't have any parks anymore. You'll have basically more warehousing camps for people that don't have anywhere else to go. And I say this knowing full well that it's not the solution to just say no. And I also say we need to find a place for people where they can get help for their destitution. And I know boy do I know. I know it's not the answer to just turn your backs on people or to say that what this person needs is discipline and harshness, and because that doesn't work. There are plenty of human beings in this world where their problems are bigger than what they can handle, and I'm one of them. We all are. We all have problems that are bigger than us. That's also part of the problem. Instead of us being judgy on ourselves, we gotta just say, hey, this is hard for me to deal with, hard for me to put my mind around when I've got huge problems at home myself. So anyway, I don't know what the answer is. But part of it is, I think, having conversations and trying to wrap our minds around it. And when I see, a situation like that, unfortunately, I get a visceral response. And part of my visceral response is, yes, I've been places in the world, or a place in the world, where the number of houseless people just overwhelms the society's ability to cope with it. And so all the public spaces are filled with people who are just trying to survive on the streets. What is the answer? I don't know. Anyway, this thing went too long. Like I say, I don't know if this will ever see the light of day, because I'm overwhelmed with my editing tasks now. This is why I edit on my phone, because I don't have the time to just spend editing all the time. And it's my profession, so I've figured out workarounds on how to do it quickly and well, I'd say easily, but yeah, more easily. But my workaround is being overwhelmed by the amount of good things I've been shooting lately, and I guess bad things too. So anyway, I'm on the hunt for something to eat, a sandwich hopefully. Or a place that's even open. I've already been past 3 or 4 places and they're not open. And it's not because it's Sunday, it's because of the beerfluenza situation, which is also a reason why there are a lot of people that don't have houses anymore. This is not the best stabilization in the world, that I am in search of a sandwich and not having good luck with it. Partly because of the beer flute, but there's places all over the place out here that are open for business and serving people. So let's try Grinders here, see what luck we have. All right, they are open. Let's try this. I'm going to get the dogs because I promised the dogs I wouldn't leave them in the car all day. So we're going to the back patio. Tater tots.
It was like Totino's.
But it was the cool part for me was about 5 blocks.
And Reuben.
I didn't grow up out born.
That was delicious. I think I need to walk it off a little bit. Right, Dongs? Right, Dongs? You need to walk it off a little bit.